bottom. The mouthful freeways are doing the work anyways by the sun. Right lines down. That could be the game right there. I think it actually is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 3 Finals. Of course, you can see the fantastic offer for MLG Finals 2015. Save $100 on your MLG Team Pass 100th event.
$100 is a lot of money, Ben.
It's awesome. It's so good. Of course, it's only for the next 3 days, or 2 days now.
Yeah.
Just for the duration of Season 3 Finals. And you can find your tickets at mlgtickets.com. Definitely recommend if you're planning on going over 2 Worlds. This is something that you're going to want to do if you're a Call of Duty
I can't wait for Worlds. I've never been to New Orleans.
Dude, it's so
I'm excited for MLG's biggest event. It's going to be amazing.
And of course, as well, if you want to win a brand new Scuff controller, Infinity 1, of course, the new design coming out from our good friends at Scuff, make sure you give a cheeky little follow over to Scuff Gaming, and of course, MLG, and retweet their last couple of tweets, and tweet out as well, hashtag MLG Champs, hashtag Team Scuff, with a link to the stream, mlg.tv/COD, for your chance to win. Can I tell you, the guys over at Scuff showed me this a couple months ago. They came to an event, this little sneaky little box, and I was like, yo, what's this? It's like, oh, look at this, we changed the game. I was like, oh.
I like secrets.
Don't be silly. They changed the game. That controller is absolutely phenomenal. You can customize the thumbsticks, you can take them out, you can put back in. So
awesome.
Definitely recommend it. Anyway.
Looking forward now, we just saw, all right, well, real quick recap. Maybe for new viewers, the series we just had was our best of the weekend so far.
Without a doubt.
The games were all incredibly intense between Epsilon and FaZe. Epsilon gets that upset, but now we're looking to our second winners bracket semis. Optic Gaming going up against Isolation. All of my beliefs have been shattered.
How crazy would it be?
If Isolation beats
be?
Optic, it would be the Season 3 relegation final rematch in the winners bracket finals.
All right, how realistic is that to happen? Because we look at ISO. This is a team who consistently seem to find a way of going to Game 7s. They get to that Game 7 and they just grind it out. This is a team in Hardpoint who can get outslayed. We were anticipating them to get completely outslayed, right? You know they're going to get outslayed, but they can still win Hardpoints when they get outslayed.
But we don't usually, Optic's a team where very rarely do we see them lose games on the outslay. They're not like, we see it happen to FaZe, see it happen to Nile more frequently, not usually to Optic.
True.
Just because Krem, when he needs to, he will be as objective focused as he needs to be. But God, I mean, I probably would have said like a 10% chance. I'm leaning more towards like 33% chance for Isolation now.
You get in the swing of the upsets, huh? You're getting in that Epsilon mood. Of course, that's a key player matchup for you. You got Scumpy over on the left-hand side at 1.24 KD, 4 uplink per game and a 0.84 S&D average kills. It's going to be big. And that's something I really want to touch on with ISO. You kind of look at ISO and you think, okay, S&D is going to be the game type that you would favor to pick. But Optic Gaming recently, their search and destroy has improved tenfold. They've been practicing a lot online, 2Ks, 5Ks. So I don't necessarily think that's going to be an easy steal for ISO.
Yes, I mean, that would have been my first comment, is that there's, like you said, 3 S&Ds down to that 7.
Right.
Optic Gaming over the course of Advanced Warfare with this roster has either been very, very good at S&D because they just trade more effectively than anybody else because of the gun skill they have in this team, or they've been phenomenally average at it.
Right.
What are we going to get this weekend? You said recently they've been hot. If they play well in S&D, I think they take this series handily. If they can't, I mean, that's where Isolation has to win it. For me, Havoc needs to go nuts. He's dropping double-digit kills every S&D, and they pull it away. If ISO wins, it's going to be in 7, in my eyes.
I think it has to be in 7. Honestly, if ISO going to have any chance of doing anything, it will have to go all the way to that final search and destroy. Yesterday, though, ISO dropping multiple search and destroys against Optic Nation before taking it to that 7th map. But guys, the game about to get underway. Optic Gaming going up against Team ISO in the winners bracket semifinal. I'm going to throw up to our wonderful casting desk. We have a special guest for us for this one. We got Mr. X, joined by TP.
Thanks, guys. Mr. X and TP here in the booth. This is a great match. As Maven said, it would be a rematch of Season 3 relegation finals if ISO were to win it, but OG is the heavy favorite. I don't think that's anything crazy to say in this one. What makes them so good right now? And FaZe really good for a few months now. They look to be a little shaky. What has Optic done in the last few months that have changed their game to become so dominant again?
It seems to me that they just started practicing and becoming a team once again. They kind of fell off for a little while there. FaZe had those couple event wins, but the one thing with FaZe that always I kind of knew what happened is what happens when they finally lose, and it just doesn't seem to be going too well for them. Optic has been way more consistent, and they're just able to pull out these easy matches time and time again. consistent performances from each player, and we're probably going to see it here in this series. Starting off on Solar, I just really don't see ISO winning this map. It's going to be tough for ISO in this series, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and ISO is a team that's not going to outslay Optic Gaming. I don't think they would. I mean, unless
they're
Optic's off their game,
exactly.
they're more of a team that they're going to keep the games close. They're going to like make it messy and then just try and win it with some teamwork. They're going to try and force mistakes out of you, and they play a pretty solid game where they don't really force too many mistakes. On this one, it's a tough draw for them off the break. Me and you were talking during the commercial. I thought if the first map was, you know, a Biolab hardpoint, or let's say a Detroit hardpoint, I thought it'd be a better draw for ISO. But what do they have to do to win here on Solar?
Basically on these sort of money hills, the ones that are pretty much overpowered by subs, that's the ones they need to take over and flood more time. ISO's the type of team that's going to try and win those hard points like 220 to 190. Just edge their opponents out, consistently splitting time with them, and just making Formal kind of irrelevant on the map for battles in general. So if they're able to do that effectively, that's how they're going to get the lead. But especially, I think it's going to come down to the garage hill and the up top hill. Usually how it works out on Solar. If Optic's able to just get initial control, I just don't see them slowing down anytime soon. They're getting a little bit of a lead right now, but ISO always has that chance to flood back and get that garage control.
Yeah, and I think, you know, you're seeing Formal get off to a good start. I thought Crims had a really good event up until this point. You know, taking a little bit of a backseat on this OG team the entire year, you know, to Scump and Formal, just two dominant slayers. I think Crim this weekend, probably one of his better AW events. You see Scump picking up two, Llama God on a little bit of a streak here. He's going to be able to get into the hill, pick up one. ISO, they're going to take the garbage time. You're going to see on your minimap OG rotating first. There's one player all the way in the back corner. It's going to be Karma, able to control the hill for them early.
Yeah, Optic is spreading out quite a lot, but the individual skill just seems to be taking over. Damon does get taken out by Silly right there and has some contesting going on in this hill, but we just seem to see time and time again, Optic always gets that intro kill, always has numbers in the hill, and it just always has that one player that steps up like Crim right there. They had no control of that hill. Crim walks in with his sub, cleans him out once again, is able to allow his team to flood back in. Great plays time and time again individually from Optic. Once again, Scump breaking in, 3 dead, 4 dead. Oh, look at that. 25 seconds left. They're going to have a good 60-point lead going into up top hill, and even if ISO gets the entire 60 seconds, which is doubtful, it's going to only be tied.
Well, Llama got pushed in, and he was able to pick up 2, and then you thought, you know, ISO's going to be able to hold this, and Crim comes in, picks up 2, then they just trade effectively from there. You see Scump absolutely just turns and embarrasses Llama God right there, and it's going to be Optic taking a big early lead. Karma is going to have a big task on his hand here. 2 players pushing up. I like the way he's playing a little bit slower. Needed to win that gunfight. Going to force a team kill, though. It's going to be on Optic to break this one. They're going to have to pinch from both sides. I like the flood here by Formal down over by Maps. One player in the hill. We don't see any kills go down early. Optic going to pick up 2 there. Llama God's going to get Scump. He's actually going to pick up a 2-piece. But, Teep, I want to jump into a listen in quick with Optic Gaming. See how their comms are here early against ISO.
I saw an orange. I saw an orange. I spawned orange as well. I'm coming with you in.
Yeah, we're coming.
Once you're top to top. I got him.
One hill. I'm double stunning. I'm double stunning.
Behind you. Hill. That's not close. I'm here.
If you want.
Absolute hill. Windows. I got windows. One more windows. Let's go. Last 2 windows. Last 2 windows.
One more on me. Last
One shot. He's one shot.
Close windows.
Yeah, I'm watching. Cut him in. Cut him in. One shot on you. I'm new. Fan weak. He's P1. Nice.
They're all mid.
I want you blue.
Last street, top left to the 7.
Nice, I got time.
Milk it. I'm gonna watch big door. Last street weak. On me. Big door.
Blue room, 1 shot in the hill, dead.
P1 dead.
They're on. Yeah, P1. Nice. Nice shot. They're gonna be cut. Balcony, watch out.
Top 10, 2 coming in map.
Hold your front. Cut again. Probably gonna be S3.
Glass your weak, top cut.
Yeah,
Nice 2.
One more on me, balcony. Slice. Glass block, 1 shot.
Glass your weak, 2 glass streak.
Top glass dead.
I spawn big door. We're gonna
Three.
glass pocket, last guy. I'm
I'm
mining your front. Oh shit. 1 shot.
Got 1 shot. Nice, good.
One more behind you. Big door side. Big door side hill.
2 there. One's in the hill behind the staircase.
I'm looking at you guys, S3. I got him.
S3.
One shot.
Nice,
Last guy. He's behind me, top ring. It's at 320.
Teep, Optic Gaming extending their lead. You see Scump picking up 2 there, almost able to get the 3rd as Havoc floods in. taking the rest of, maybe 2 or 3 seconds on that hill. But what'd you listen in when we were on their comms and liked?
I just missed some communication like that. Always something going on in the communication lines. Formal was in the midst of fighting 2 people at the same time. He's still level-headed enough to get all of those callouts for the team, where they're going to be spawning, where they might be, where they could be. You know, it's little things like that just give your teammates so much more confidence when you're in the midst of the hard point like that. And then we see Scump. We hear him under us. Every time he gets a 2-piece, he is shouting. When Scump starts heating up like this, you just can't stop the kid. He's consistently getting
come every game,
exactly.
I feel like.
You just know what you're going to get. See, Crim's starting to cool down a little bit, but that's when Scump heats up. Crim started this game like 14-8. He's slowing down a little bit, but he's the one that was basically allowing them to get that such a big lead.
You watch OG all the time, and, usually, I mean, Scump, he has games where, start to finish, he's just on fire, just untouchable. But usually, it starts out Formal and either Karma or Crim get off to a really hot start early. In the second half of the game, Scump just burns you, and then you're like, well, Karma and Crim have the same amount of kills they had in the first half. It's like, well, that's because Scump is taking them all in the second half. You see Crim coming from behind ISO. He's going to be able to pick up 2. Finishes off the 3rd. That's 4 dead for ISO, and Optic Gaming just starting to heat up. And this is the trouble for ISO in this series, I think, is they're not going to be able to run a gun with the likes of OG. What can they do to throw it in their favor? I mean, maybe some stuns? Like, I really go stun heavy?
Yeah, I kind of like that. It doesn't seem like that ISO's using too many tacticals right now. I think that's the way you sort of gain the edge on Optic in these 1v1 gunfights. They're never able to get that intro kill. It's always, you just see red in the kill feed over and over again. Unlucky team kills keep happening. Just so much pressure from Optic Gaming time and time again. And even if ISO does break to get this scrap time, that's kind of what OG wants. Everything playing into OG's favor. They always have the power spots, and ISO just needs to play a spawn, needs to play a rotation. They're just down so much at this point, and they really can't.
I'm just highlighting where the guys on ISO are spawning. That's Salamga, the last person to spawn up. He is as far away as you can be into this next hill. He's going to have a long way to go. ISO doesn't win these kills on the rotation. It's going to be difficult. You're going to see Karma pick up 1, Crim with another in the kill feed. Karma's got players pushing him on this right side. He's going to have some help, but it's about as good as a rotation you can get if you're OG. Karma going for that stomp, trying to replicate that Weeds play. But Havoc on a little bit of a 5 streak, gets in there, breaks it, but it's not looking good.
Yeah,
ISO's going to need a ton of time here, and then they're going to need to win that next
We've seen
one.
some signs of life from Llama and Havoc, kind of what we expect from this ISO team, but it's just not enough. Formal and Scump are just always there to clean each other up. Basically, Formal gets onto that S3 building, is putting shots in everyone, even though he might not be getting the kills. We saw Karma was sitting in the hill, got 3 kills and assists, and just not even taking damage. That's how they're able to rack up so much time. Other team can't even get inside of the hill to contest. They have to fight at least 2, 3, 4 gunfights sometimes just to even get it.
They have to play for this garbage time. They're going to get 10 seconds, but OG completely set up for this next hill, and that's exactly what they want to do. I think if you're going to beat Optic, I think the way to do it is, the way to do it, like, it's easy, but I think you got to get ahead early. And really punish them. Like, if Scump or Formal isn't getting off to a good start, you got to really build a big lead, because they're too consistent. It's going to happen eventually, and then you just kind of got to weather the storm after that. I think if you let them get a lead early, or they keep it close going in the second half, as you see Scump make a sick play right there, taking out Silly. He's got another player challenge him on his left. He's going to get taken out, but you let them get a big lead early, you are almost not coming back from it. I mean, it's almost a guarantee. It is difficult to do.
Especially on solo. That's why I just thought ISO didn't really have much of a chance on this one. One of Optic's stronger maps for sure. I think it's going to play a little bit differently once we get to a more close quarter map where maybe Formal isn't able to do so much. Yes, Formal's only +8 right now, and it's pretty damn good.
+8.
But it just shows how much damage he actually is doing to the other team. I wish we had a stat like that showed the chart of how much damage is actually going down on the map, and I'm pretty sure Formal would be up top. Just so many easy kills. Crim looks like he's one-shotting people, because most of the time they're just
that
weak.
second player.
And another 3-piece for Crim.
He's had a silently good game. 41 and 31 from Crim would go through the stats line of OG as this one. It's going to go in their favor to kick things off. Karma 30 and 32. You got Formal 38 and 30. I mean, you have a chance. 3 players dropping 40. I mean, that is way too many kills. If you're ISO, you didn't have too bad of a game. I mean, Dito, he's probably your best Slayer. You really need him to have a great game. But when he's playing with an AR at range against guys like, Formal and Crim all game long, it's going to be a difficult road.
Exactly.
No matter what he does. And it's going to be Optic Gaming taking map number 1 here in a pretty commanding fashion. Going into map number 2, obviously going to be an S&D. I think that one favors ISO. more favorable for them, right? You know, OG wins this one 249-144, but
this second map is going to determine whether this is going to be a complete steamrolling or not. ISO needs this map. If ISO loses this, especially in a close fashion, I don't know if they're going to have enough left in the tank or in their mentality in general to be able to step it up and take it to in the next respawn. So I think if ISO is going to try and bring this to a Game 6, a Game 7, even have a chance to do that, this map is it for them.
Right, I think this is a huge map, only the second map in the series, but I still think it's huge. See, Llama got on your screen 39-42. Best performer for ISO, Scum, and Crim going off for Optic Gaming. And guys, gonna go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have S&D Biolab map number 2. Welcome back. Season 3 finals. You see Optic Gaming right there. Take map number 1 here against ISO. Mr. X joined by the wonderful TP. Nope, going to be a Biolab S&D coming up next. We were talking a little bit during the commercial break. I think this is one that they could potentially win. And I think they need to if they're going to come back in this series. I mean, you look at the next 2 after this. It's going to be a comeback uplink and then Hardpoint Bio. Don't favor them in that. I think if they can win this, get it to a Detroit S&D, could potentially get interesting. So I think this is a huge map for ISO.
Yeah, I completely agree. Momentum is absolutely huge in a series like this, especially I would say this map set severely favors Optic. It's going to be tough for ISO. This is the map I think that's going to allow this series to extend a little bit further. But if you go down 0-2 and you got to come back uplink, especially how you just got mopped like that on Solar Hardpoint,
ISO's resilient.
That's scary.
I mean, they took Optic Nation in Game 7.
They've had a lot of Game 7s.
Game 7.
Yep.
So, I mean, you know, they're a fan of these grinded out series, right? I mean, not a lot of teams have played 7 games.
honestly, it takes a toll on you after so many times, but some teams just thrive on situations like that. ISO is definitely one of them. They love to play that short range, close style, but we're going to see if the Optic sort of strategies on this map are going to work against this type of style. You know, Silly's really strong sniper. See if you get some of these first bloods, but it seems to be the normal way that Optic wants to go is get control of purple, just sit a little bit back, and just, it's going to be up to Silly to try and get some of these first picks, but Optic's not messing around at all. Karma just flying at blue so fast. They were not ready for that at all. Looks like this round is already going into Optic's favor. 2v4 for Havoc and Llama right now, and it's just looking bad.
Yeah, and it's going to be all up to Llama. He's got all 4 players of Optic converging onto the bombs down. Ends up going down to a canister. It's going to be Optic Gaming taking round number 1.
You love to see that from Optic after that first map. They're just filled with confidence.
Well, why would you not just force the issue, right?
Take your gunfights. You're winning them.
You win the first map by just aggression, right? Just forcing gunfights. I think that one way they could potentially lose this is if they start to slow things down and let ISO just kind of set up. And if Optic plays ISO's game, I think this is one that they can take. We'll go on board with ISO. What would you like to see out of them on the offensive side of things?
It's going to be tough. I think the best way is going to try and get this bomb down, if possible, at purple, but it's going to be tough to take down the duo of Formal and Scump over here. Seems like ISO is trying to go for a little bit of a slower style. Formal does have that sniper, though. They need to be careful getting a first blood, especially on offense. Offense on this map is extremely difficult. That's why Optic being able to win that round so fast, getting that momentum. They're likely to go up 2-0 here, but it's all about getting these first bloods. Silly's playing it cautious. I kind of like the gameplay, but the time is going to start to go against you.
Yeah, and you saw Havoc on the minimap. He just pushed straight into purple, and you know, nobody there to challenge it for ISO to really back him up. Llama's going to put some shots down. You see Silly and Dito starting to make a play here. It's going to be Silly up top, going to put some shots in a player. He's going to drop. Llama got though, going to pick up Crim6. It's going to be all up to him yet again. This time against 3 members of OG. He's going to drop, and that is 2 very fast rounds for Optic Gaming.
Right. I don't really like the way that ISO's trying to play this right now. Just slow, methodical. It's not going to work. You need to try and catch them off guard and play a bomb site. Try and get the bomb down. Turn the round around into your favor. We see Formal's already 5-0.
Map Viper's pretty good.
Yeah, he's very good with the sniper. You can't let him heat up. This round is absolutely huge. You cannot lose another defense.
I think OG rushes them right again.
I think they're just going to do the same thing.
I think they're just going to flood right through. I mean, either through purple or ice. I think that's the right call as well. I mean, you see the layout on the mini-map. They're going to give it up again as ISO, and it's pretty much going to play out the same way. You're going to have Formal on your screen up top. Looks like some battles going down here. Crim6 with the bomb. Going to be trying to get this one down a little bit slower than last round, though, so they're not going to challenge right off the bat. If they do, it's going to be together. Crim's going to jump out, challenge 1. He's going to drop. Silly's going to pick up the sniper rifle kill as well. You see Karma. He's forcing the issue behind enemy lines. This is a big play from Karma.
Yeah, great play from Karma right there, jumping through the window, able to get that guy in blue while Formal just picks up his back. Just the great aggressiveness from Karma was able to just guarantee himself 2 of the easiest kills you're ever going to get in Search and Destroy. And it seems to me that a lot of teams just don't watch how Optic plays this map. They need to try and stop them from getting top purple, but it never seems to work. But now, Llama going for this 1v2, gets that first blood, drops the bomb. That's absolutely huge. Formal has got the time against him right now, but it looks like Llama's going to try and make a move over here to see if he can spot him moving over towards A.
Llama's done a great job of just getting lost on the map. Formal has absolutely no idea where he's playing. We'll go on board with Formal, see what he's going to elect to do here. I don't think he saw him. I'd be surprised if he goes for this, and it looks like he's going to set up. Llama's playing this just about as perfect as you could. I think Formal saw him for a second there. Llama just going to stun him. Just to cause,
what a great play.
Yeah,
I
just
love
to cause
that
a little bit of a distraction. That is a very smart play out of Llama.
Especially the way Formal usually plays his 1v1s.
He doesn't like the plan. No, Formal
he does
doesn't
not
like the plan.
He will always take that gunfight. You saw the movement out of blue. Llama he wasn't seen going from mid-cut into the ice room. Just perfect gameplay right there. He knew that there's only a certain amount of time left. He threw a stun to stun check the bomb, assume he wasn't planting. Very, very good round.
That's a part of knowing your opponent, right?
Yeah,
you know, Formal had a 1v1 the other day against Wheats, and Wheats elects to jump out and challenge, and you kind of knew Formal, you know, doesn't really, I mean, he's not going to go for that bomb plan. He's going to play for the kill every single time, and ISO gets first blood in this round, so this one's looking good for them as well. Looks like they're going to get the bomb down over here at the A site. They have 1 player still watching the flank, and team kill is going to come in from Dito. But I don't know if it's going to matter. He's in a great position to pick up another kill. Karma just staying alive. You have Formal on your screen will go on board with him. He has the sniper rifle in his hand. I think he's going to try and just lead the way here for Karma, and now knows where Dito is. Going to be a 1v1. He's going to get taken out, and ISO starting to make this a game now that we talked about it. ISO,
Exactly.
we thought this is a map that they could contend in. If they win this one, we think they can force this series potentially the distance. If they play a good search game, and they're showing up in this.
Yep, and that's how you counter Formal. You plant the bomb, you make them run at you. The pistol is not very good. If Formal's not able to get that first pick and just hop up and just have him post it up while you run at him, that's how you counter it. You make him go to you. He has to jump up on the short rail. Kind of weird that the stun didn't hit behind that box right there.
I thought it was too.
That might be a little bit of a reason why that Karma died right there. So a little bit strange, but having that pistol is just not going to put you in a good situation. Havoc starting out very strong in this round, opening up with 2 first bloods as Karma tries to answer back into Biolab.
And he's going to drop, and that is a fast round. I think Havoc comes straight through ice, down into Biolab. He's able to come behind enemy lines. It's actually Lamagod who comes straight through ice into Bio. Karma, the last one alive. OG, they started off hot. Now starting to slow down a bit. ISO gaining some momentum.
The subs are starting to take over.
Yes, they
Havoc's
are.
starting to heat up, and when he starts to heat up in search, the ISO's probably going to win the map. You saw a double first blood right there, starting to gain a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence, and that's what you need going into the rest of this series, because it's probably going to be a long one.
He's obviously a great sniper, and never mind, I'm going to not even say what I was going to say.
Piper.
You think about putting the sniper away if you're Formal, but he's going to challenge.
He didn't sit back that time.
And no, did not sit back. You got Karma, he's going to get challenged from up top. Dito's going to be pushing with his teammates over here to the A bomb site. It looks like Formal still staying alive, but it's going to leave Scump here in a 1v3. Another tough position, and you see ISO starting to take over S&D, and this is where you really got to take, advantage. They get a 4-2 lead. You can't blow this here against OG.
Especially with such a quick first blood from Formal. You think Optic would try and flood back over there very, very quickly to keep control of that snow side, especially when they're able to get the numbers so quickly like that. But we see Silly once again able to maneuver around that green shack and get another kill. He jumps up on the little top cylinder type of thing and is able to just get a very good line of sight on everyone and keeps getting a kill there. So that's something Optic needs to look out for moving on to the rest of this game.
It took a long time for OG to get over towards the A bomb site, and you're going to see Karma throw some nades.
And this is what you're talking about too. They're starting to slow it way down. Yeah,
and this is not the game that they wanted to play, right? They needed to play aggressive. Don't really understand what they're trying to do here. Now, what would have been your call? You're in the OG huddle, so to speak.
I would say after that round, just try and copy what they're doing. Force the gunfights, right? Make them jump up to you at that green plat, at that short rail, and try and get control of the A snow as they just tried to do to you. I think the way Optic's playing right now, you have to just trust your gun skill, trust that you're going to be in positions to bait and switch just a little bit better. They're finally starting to make a move over here while they have one sort of flanker trying to hit a timing at purple.
But this is where you see Optic lose a lot of rounds. You see Formal's going to drop first.
Too long.
Where it gets down to 30, 35 seconds. They don't get anything on bomb. You're going to see 2 players drop right away. Going to put Scump in an awful position. He's going to have to get out and grab bomb. 30 seconds left, 1v4. Can't see this one working out. And I feel like Optic, their first few rounds, 2 rounds.
You called it,
specifically.
Matt. You called it.
They were playing aggressive, and then now they've kind of given up on their play style, and it's played right into ISO's plan.
That's exactly what Silly wants. He starts to heat up with the sniper. He gets 2 of the easiest snipes ever, trying to pick off the guys, crossing the bomb. Optic has no sort of control on the map. And I like the strat from Optic right there, but they just took like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, way too long to do it. Allowed ISO to basically recognize what was going on and just, it's easy to counter.
I can see Optic getting aggressive on a bomb site this round and pushing straight through. And
looks like it's going to happen.
Like you're going to see that down over on the A side, but they're not going to go straight through. ISO's going to play this a little bit slower. They're going to wait, and that's going to play right into their plans. You see, who's this round watch on the flank? That's going to be Dito. He could potentially have a big gunfight on his hands. You see Karma putting down some shots, not going to be able to tag Dito up. It's going to be Formal getting that first blood. Take a look at Lamagod. He's just going to be over here in mid-bio, and it looks like him and a teammate going to make a play down ice. Scump's going to win one gunfight. He's going to win a second one. Huge play right there by Scump. Now 4v1 in Optic's favor. Dito needs a miracle to win this one. I do like the attempt though by ISO. You have a few rounds to kind of play with.
Kind of a cheeky strat, I guess.
Yeah, it's something that
But like I said,
You can catch somebody off guard.
we see every single round that they hesitate. It just doesn't work. That's not how you play Search in AW. You just have to do something. We see Zuma be so successful. It's not like he's not thinking, but he just makes a very, very decisive decision. Tito is able to pick up one, but still in a 1v3 with 20 seconds left. He is probably just trying to play some kills.
Bomb. Yeah,
exactly. He has no chance. He's just trying to search some people out, get some shots on Krim. Nice shots right there. Now in a 1v2, the other two players seem to be quite close to each other, so he might have a chance. But really, if you play this smart, they're just going to run away, stall for time, and there's just really no chance. So
that would have been wild if he was able to pull that off. They were together for a little bit down there.
If he would have went a little bit faster right there,
might have been able to catch both of them
it just seems to be that hesitation is just not the way to play. Every time a team has played slow on each of these rounds, they've lost it.
Now, going on to the offensive side for Optic Gaming. If you're in there, on their team, what do you like to call right here? What do you want to do?
It's going to be tough, but like I would say, I would trust Formal to try and get a pick over here at the short rail. Just take that sniper battle just like that. Take Silly off of the mat so it makes it a little bit easier to push up to whatever bomb site you're trying to go to. But now they're just trying to work across the map, but Formal is evened up quite quickly. Krim trying to get some gunfire onto the second player, but he is pinned in at this mid-cut area. They do have numbers, but is evened out. Karma there for the trade once again. Great teamwork, great baiting and switching, and oh, the round is over.
Yeah,
that got quite close right there.
Havoc gets one, but I do like the decision. They get all the way through the site. Krim just kind of stands there, watches the back, knew the player was going to be rotating over towards
so much time after that first kill. He just crouched in that corner, so the player literally had to jump all the way out of position to get an angle to finish that kill, and then Karma was right there to pick up the scraps. Great job.
5-4 still. ISO trying to even it up here against Optic Gaming. If this goes to round 11, I think Optic takes it without a doubt.
Yeah, especially with the way Formal is sniping right now. We saw him just jump up so confidently there at that green plat. I'm not sure why Silly didn't even get a shot off. Formal just outreacted him or something. Havoc able to try and do something at A, but just gets shut down instantly by Scum. Is taken out by Krim though, so do have numbers in their favor. Formal with another snipe. Llama stuck now in a 1v2, getting good shots off. Now evened up to a 1v1. Llama versus Karma here at this green plat area.
He knows exactly where he is. Karma's going to jump around, challenge. He's going to put a lot of shots.
Are you serious?
Able to win the gunfight. Unbelievable. Llama God going huge there in that 1v1. I love to see the final kill cam again. Karma gets the jump on him, puts a lot of shots in. But Llama God finishing it on a 3 streak.
It seemed like Karma had the easy gunfight win right there, and then it just launched in the air, and as soon as you start looking up in a gunfight like that, you know you just don't have a chance. Karma's probably not feeling too happy about that one. Krim also struggling right there, and another team kill from him, so that was a little bit of an issue there too. Scump got that big 2-piece, and it was just taken out. It had to have been by accident, but that type of stuff will just eat away at you, and they probably aren't too happy about losing that map, especially that last gunfight. What a statement from Llama right there.
Karma wins that. They force a round 11. I think that's
and then they think they win
one that OG potentially goes up 2-0. We'll take a look at the scoreboard before we go to commercial break. Formal goes 10-6 with the snipe rifle. Can't really fault him. I mean, he was crushing with it all map long. Krim 3-9. Nothing really went his way.
He did go 6-7, went negative, but he was getting those intro kills at that green shack. He was the one that opened up those offenses for them, so they were able to play a little bit more aggressive. So props to Silly right there at the green shack. And then he was also able to get some crucial snipes on defense.
Yeah, and then Dito 9-6. Llama God finishing on a 3 streak. Picking up that last huge kill on Karma, winning that 1v1. Guys, we have a great series on our hand. Comeback uplink coming up right after this. I am so stoked for MLG World Finals.
Oh,
New Orleans, going to be an amazing time.
So much hype going into this
Yeah.
event.
I mean,
100th event for MLG. It's
Right?
going to be insane.
It's going to be a great time. Great time. Hopefully, you're not casting on Sunday. Maybe you'll have a chance of playing, but...
Yeah,
you
maybe
know,
we can step it up a little bit and I can actually play the game on Sunday instead of freaking talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have you here, but it'd be nice to watch you play a little bit. Comeback Uplink is going to be game number 3 here. ISO versus Optic Gaming, if you're just tuning in. Tied. 1 game apiece. We both thought that, you know, if ISO was going to make this a series, that game number 2 was going to be one they 100% needed to have.
It's kind of going as expected, though.
Right.
I think it's going to be tough for ISO to be able to steal some of these respawns coming up, though. I think the Biolab hardpoint is going to be a little
That's
bit...
one that could
I wouldn't say it's in their favor, but it feeds into their play style for sure.
I mean, they got 2 great aggressive SMGs.
Exactly.
Like, they start winning some gunfights. They can
Havoc
make it
and Llama
interesting.
putting in some work.
So-
Llama with that 1v3 to end that search and destroy was absolutely insane. The gun skill is obviously there.
Yeah, crazy, you know, finish to that S&D on Bio. I thought Karma put enough shots to him to kill him, but Llama just makes an amazing play with some great
Just
movement.
launches into the air.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge play. It's totally changed the series for Isolation Esports. And, you know, we'll start things off with Llama. Had a fantastic S&D finish. What does ISO need to do to win this map, though? I think both of us kind of figured this was going to be one OG definitely favored in. What do they need to do to win this one? I see Krim trying to go for a quick score here off the break, misses that jump. What do they need to do, Isolation, to win this?
I think basically they need to execute on situations like this. They need to get these guaranteed points, and
Okay, knocks it down.
They're on this bad side, and they just need to make sure that Optic cannot get to that 10-point marker. That's basically the way you need to play this side. Keep glass control. Silly's doing a great job of that with the Bal, just patrolling the front yellow balcony right there, but Optic's trying to fight back for mid-control. Formal right there, answering back with a quick 2-piece, and now Havoc needs to play this smart. I love how he's playing it right now. He doesn't really need to focus on these guys right away. Is taken out by Formal, but they need to keep blue control. If Optic overruns them, they're going to get so many points so quickly, and it's so hard to bounce back on this map if you're consistently spawning green.
Yeah, and it's a 2-point play from Optic Gaming. Scump goes right by the drone before, goes straight for the spawn kill, and he was doing a nice job of it. He's currently on a 4 streak. Krim was in there trying to spawn kill. Scump's gonna get stopped at the goal line. Nobody there from OG. Try and put it in, but no, if you're ISO, quickly stopping the bleeding, not letting it get out of control. No, Stinks to give up those 2 points, but could have been much worse right there.
Yeah, Optic bounced back very well after that sort of debunked middle play from Krim. So it was good to see Optic able to bounce back, but we saw Scump got a little bit greedy there, trying to go for the dunk when he could have got a guaranteed 1 and his life. He tried to go in for the slide, didn't see anything with his stun check, so he decided it would be safe, but they were able to clutch up and close out and regain control of blue. If they keep this blue spawn over here, Optic's gonna have no choice but to just continue to go for these ones right there, but they won't have any map control. This is what ISO kind of wants in order to regain. Sure enough, 3 dead right there. Last player from Optic off of spawn, and now they have ball control. They need to try and put in another one and keep the score close for their time to go on good side.
I think Optic's just kind of going for those 1-point plays and giving up that map control, knowing that they're going to win the gunfights in their base. C2 go in their favor. Havoc, he's just going to have to play the drone, and it's going to go out. 4 dead, though, for ISOs. You see Optic Gaming pushing up the map. Will go on board with Scump. He's going to be the one leading the charge, and you see the 2 other players on your mini-map. It's going to be Formal sitting in the middle with the AR. He's going to be able to pick out 1. Krim was watching the overextension, so they're going to play this a little bit slower, get drone control, and then try and pick up some kills as a team. You're going to see Scump pick up 1. Llama though, gets away with the drone. He's able to throw it up. Going to knock down a 1-point play, so big play out of Llama yet again.
Yeah, great play and good timing play from him right there. He's able to pick up that player that was going for the neutral ball, was able to get that kill, and no hesitation, took the ball up to the yellow plat like we see right now, and able to just hit in that easy one before Optic's able to get back in time. Llama God is opening up the map for map control, and now Dito is in the money spot here at top glass with the Bal, is getting double teamed. These are huge kills for him and his squad right now. A little bit of a shaky shot right there. Karma able to burn him a little bit, and now Optic is able to regain control once again. We're going to see if they're going to go safe for the one, but looks like they're going for blood here, going for the dunk. Misses the dunk. Oh my God!
He's going to get a one-point play, but
wow.
Krim 0 for 2 on the dunk attempt.
I don't know how you miss a dunk like that. You just sort of line it up, and it's an easy throw. Formal messing up his jump as well, making this one-pointer
and he
not
bounces off the wall as well.
Optic just with mechanical failures when it comes to pushing their buttons at the correct times. Not sure what's going on right now. Llama countering right away. Nice movement right there. Jumping up
my!
And able to hit the stomp on Karma. Are you serious? One-pointer and a stomp in the face.
That is an unbelievable play, and no. I feel like Optic, they could have blown that one open right there. Krim gets a 2-point play. They start to spawn kill. This could be one that's, you're looking at a 6-3 game at this moment in time. And, you know, ISO with some huge plays in their own base, and they tie this one up. A minute to go here in the first half.
They're doing a great job of stalling. 1 minute left, and the score is tied 4-4. Looks like Optic's trying to get aggressive. Let's see if he can line it up this time, and sure enough, he's not messing up that dunk again. Formal setting up at top blue, and is just dominating the kill feed right now. 3 kills right there, but once again, we see Havoc pushing up to ball, able to take it, is traded, but now Optic loses map control once again. The sub players from ISO are always at the ball, ready to kill that ball guy, and Optic is never ready for it.
You know, and you saw Karma using a bad
Oh
spot.
My gosh,
he had the
Llama.
drone by himself, and Llama is really playing fantastic in this series thus far. You see Krim pick up some kills, Karma and Formal in the kill feed as well. Optic trying to go for a 2-point play. You see Scump forcing it through the middle. He's going to go for the spawn kill. He's going to get dropped. And you see ISO, they're going to wrap the drone. They have a chance to at least get a 1-point play here. Havoc going to stop, knock it down, banking it off the wall. Such a smart play. I thought there was a chance he was going to force a 2 there. He ends up just taking the 1-point play. Can Karma get off a 1-point throw?
EMPs love the play right there.
He cannot jump or do anything. Krim was the one near the drone, had the best chance of picking it up, putting it in a 1-point play. And the first half going to end with Optic up 6-5.
That was a
But
really...
if you're ISO, you're okay with that.
Oh, you're extremely happy with that. And I like the switch to EMPs there. They knew they had to go for that last-second AC toss, and Optic is known for not running very many hardwired classes, so they were able to just stop the ball guy. Damon was stuck crouching there with the ball, not able to exo boost jump to go for that 1-pointer, and it was a series of unfortunate events for Optic right there. Krim missing the dunk, Formal messing up the AC toss, which is one of the easiest tosses of the game, banking it off the wall. ISO was able to wrap it back around Yellow multiple times on that side and hit those easy ones. Havoc and Dito opening up with first bloods once again, and already 3 dead on this good side. Not looking too good. Krim, the last one, able to stop the ball for a little bit, but it's not looking too good. Optic has no blue control.
No, and it's going to be silly setting up top blue. He's going to try and just lock this down. As you see, they're going to put in a 1-point. Yeah, no, they don't actually put in a 1-point play. That was quite odd right there. Don't really know what happened, but Dito, he's going to go for a 1-point throw, knock it down, going to tie the game up. And if you're ISO, that is a great start here to that second half. I mean, you get a score within the first 30 seconds to tie it up, and you're on the more favorable side. So looking pretty good that they could potentially steal this, and we didn't even talk about what that would implicate for the rest of the series. I mean, something that we didn't even really see coming. ISO really laying the hurt on. They could rally this team. You see they have one player set up in the back of the base. It's going to be silly. Putting in a 2-point play. ISO making this one look easy here to start things off against OG in the second half. OG needs to maybe, contemplate just overextending and getting control of drone and glass again.
Exactly, and Dito starting to heat up now. Had a little bit of a slow first side, but it didn't really matter. But in this side, he's picked up multiple 3 pieces already just a minute in. Krim going in, able to get that kill at Yellow Balcon, put that 1-pointer in just to keep the score a little bit closer. But it's all going to be about these gunfights at glass. Karma's there with the bow once again, but it seems to be that the subs from ISO are just able to overrun over and over again. But now Optic has control.
Yeah, you saw Scump overextended through the ISO base, was able to pick up 2 kills, get glass control, but nobody else can get over there. You see, Optic pretty much always is sending 1 on the overextension. That time you see Karma right off the bat just push straight towards the ISO base. Scump just hunting for players. It's going to have 1 directly in front of the drones. Going to be coming behind. Scump's going to pick up 2. Formal's going to put in a 2-point play. It's going to be Optic going up 9-8 here, 3 minutes to go.
We see it time and
they
time
have
again.
full control
Scump
of
and
OG
Formal just
ISO's
heating
base.
up. When Scump gets to that yellow building, he is so hard to get out of it, and now they are just heating up completely. Look at Formal, 29 and 17
Look at Scump on
with
a
the
7 streak.
Exactly. Once he gets up to yellow, it's so easy for him to just maneuver around the map, use the sound to his advantage, and just pick up these easy spawn kills. About to be 4 dead. Once again, yes, it is for Optic, and they are just starting the train. ISO had complete control of the game after this half, but now lost it. They need to get ball control and quick before Optic puts another dunk in.
This is scary. You know, Optic laying the smack down here, to quote the great Rock, the great one. And let's go to a listen with Optic Gaming. See how their comms are as they're breaking this uplink game wide open.
Glass spot, two.
Big ones.
I got one.
They're bottom mid. They're bottom mid behind you, Seth.
Two, yeah. One thing glass, absolute. In glass, absolute.
Alright, we're good.
They're throwing.
Hey, one for third. Fuck, he got it. I got him.
Off,
We're gonna be our square, yeah, square. Two are square. Dino's one shot. Two guys are square.
Bottom middle, go back. Bottom middle, go to their side. Bottom middle to their side.
No, one was our square though.
He's in glass, two in glass.
Alright, never mind. Okay.
Weak back glass.
I'm jumping top
There's
glass.
two in glass. Another.
Watch out. Havoc, one shot at the bench. I got him. One more. Soccer goal. Nice three. Let's go. Give him ball. He was there.
I'm absolutely.
He's in glass.
He's behind me.
I got killed by the sun.
Oh shit. Hold on. I'm here. I'm in glass.
Try to 15 it.
I
Nice
can't.
play, dude.
If we
One
kill
shot,
him in
one
15,
shot,
kill
one
him in
shot.
15 it.
I don't know. Let's go.
No, let's go. Don't 15. Don't 15.
Where's last guy? Probably he's behind his glass spot.
Dead.
Dead. Alright, that's fine.
He's that top green.
I'm watching our weave. I'm
Top the
watching.
base, yep.
He's really on the base.
Bottom middle dead. I got ball.
Grab.
I'm looking behind you,
I have it.
Give me bottom mid or something.
One's chasing.
Yeah, I got you.
He got me. Oh, it's all good.
Bottom mid. Yo, throw it to the base.
I'm passing to you.
I love Scump's call out when, you know, Formal is picking up the drone. 15 it. And then as soon as Formal picks up 2 and Krim is thrown, don't 15 it. It's
like, well, thanks, Scump.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know not to throw the drone off after we
Formal was
killed
already
3 players.
the ball.
But,
Hey guys, don't 15. But look at Formal, 39 and 19 on a 9 streak already, 40 bomb already with a whole minute left to go. And Optic just broke this game wide open, completely close, was in ISO's favor. They had the lead. They had
control.
They had
they're
everything.
playing from the better side.
And
you
then
know,
all of a sudden, Scump got to yellow once. And that was it.
And he goes on once they started overextending and getting control of ISO's base, spotting him green, that's when they really started to blow this one open. And I mean, to be honest, when you have an AR,
lots of kills.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you have an AR player going, you know, 43, maybe 44 and 21 here on comeback uplink, it's going to be difficult for anybody to beat that. Silly, he's going to wait for the drone reset. They have no control of the Optic base. This would be a crazy comeback if it happened, but I think it's going to be Optic Gaming taking this game number 3, which puts all the pressure on ISO now. I mean, going into that next hard point that's going to be coming up, it's going to be Biolab.
That's a tough
loss,
too. They had complete control.
They had
it. I don't know how they were able to just get taken out so quickly in such a quick succession. But Formal, when he's just dropping 45 kills, you just can't stop it, man.
I feel like, though, Optic didn't play that one really that great in the second half. They just had Scump and Formal go huge.
Lots of mistakes, but kills bail them out of the situations.
Right, I mean, you know, 40 bombs solve a lot of problems.
Right.
You know, Formal just goes massive.
Didn't look too good with
23.
the ball going for throws, but hey, he's shooting his gun very well.
No, Krim with 10 uplinks, by the way.
Yeah, very nice. He was always
Shouldn't
there
go unnoted.
to pick up that ball. As soon as Scump and Formal got up, got glass control at the yellow balcony, Krim was just there to hit the one or hit the dunk every single time. And that's what leads to his 10 uplinks.
And you know, on the side for ISO, you had Silly, 26 and 29. Havoc, 23 and 31. Those guys just trying to force the issue. I love how they never back down, no matter what's going on in the slaying department.
Right.
Always playing their game, always staying aggressive. Look for them on Biolab hardpoint to really pick things up if ISO's going to come back into the series.
And it's funny because they were actually all pretty much even, and then all of a sudden,
and then
it just got way downhill.
It was like
it's like they didn't get a kill for a whole 2 minutes.
It was like a minute 10 span where Optic just took control of the base, and that's really where a lot of their points got coming from. Don't think this one is as lopsided as the score indicates. Guys, quick commercial break. It'll be game number 4, Biolab Hardpoint, coming up next.
Cambridge to Boston, lives in a world she's lost in, victim of compromise. He's staring at her acting hard, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's a whistle in the catacombs, a paradox. He's in love with the statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot.
Welcome back, guys. You can celebrate MLG's 100th event in New Orleans. Best teams in all the games that are going to be there, competing for over $500,000.
Lots of money.
Yeah, you can get your spectator passes and competition passes MLG.tv/finals. And you want to get a hotel pretty soon. Obviously, I mean, you can go, but if you have nowhere to sleep, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, it's going to be difficult if you have nowhere to sleep.
Do it now.
Call of Duty, AW, obviously, Dota 2, Smite on the Xbox, then Smash going to be there. I'm excited for all the games.
Me too. Smash is always fun to watch.
Smash is always on. I mean, hey, maybe you can make it Sunday on Smash. Who knows? Anyway,
Stop roasting me, man.
It's just too easy right now. Biolab Hardpoint coming up next. I think you look, Havoc and Silly for ISO really need to go big.
Right.
If they're going to make anything happen in this one. If they're gonna keep this game close.
Because Llama God's consistently breaking the map open, and they just can't seem to get it for long enough. The other people don't seem to be stepping up soon enough in order to keep that consistency on the map. We saw Optic was on the back foot for most of that map, honestly, but then all of a sudden, all it took was one set of 4 dead, and ISO was never ever able to get back into control.
I feel like ISO is a team that can give OG trouble from the standpoint that I feel like, teams that play against Optic, Optic starts to get hot. And then, you just look at the back button, you look at your KD, and it's like, I need some kills. You start slowing down a little bit, and that's when they really punish you. And that's when you're not picking up anything. I feel like ISO's a team where,
like, yikes.
Like, Havoc will have no problem darting in there and dying 40 times.
Wait, Formal has double my kills already?
Yeah.
Let me pre-aim a little.
Yeah, and then you slow down.
It's scary.
At that point, you look up at the actual scoreboard, you're down by 100. Kick things off with Formal. So it's going to be Optic. I guess you obviously would want to start on the side that ISO's on. Dito with a sniper rifle off the rip. He's going to be able to pick up 2.
Hey.
It's a very interesting strat off the start. I don't think anyone would expect that, and it's going to be hanging out with his pistol now. Now it's not going to work as well.
I don't know how I really feel about that. I would think of the bow would be better in that situation. Yeah, he is able to pick up those first 2 kills.
They get control off the start.
I guess
it kind of buys them an easy, 20 seconds?
Yeah, that's
so
true.
to speak. I guess it's kind of worth giving up that
That's
first
why I like
gap.
watching ISO. They always come out with some different strategies. Definitely haven't seen that too often with a sniper at top blue, but Optic able to recover a little bit. Probably going to even up the score once again after Krim is able to just swoop in, 2-piece, free time.
Yeah, but I think ISO's going to have these spawns for that red Eskies hill, and Optic at best going to take a few second lead here. If they were able to hold it, it's going to be ISO breaking in. Now we'll jump on board with Silly as he's going to be on that rotation. It's going to be a big gun battle. Coming down here, it's going to be Havoc though, coming up and cleaning up Karma behind him. So ISO jumping out to a really nice start here. You're going to see Havoc clean up another player. Will jump on board with him, see how he's going to play this. And I love the routes that they're deciding to take. They're just putting so much pressure because I feel like Scump is a fast player, but you see him pre-aimed in all the time. If you can get vertical on him, I remember speaking to Hook, and he was kind of like, how do you do so well against OG, and especially Scump? And he's like, you just have to get vertical because he plays with that fast but pre-aimed in, and when you get vertical, it makes it a lot harder.
Style,
yeah, it makes it a lot harder to do that.
He likes to be on the ground, and when someone's flying over him, he has to, that 3 cents kind of gets to him sometimes. But we saw Scump able to jump in up top and single-handedly break the hill here at red, and is able to get a little bit of time back. But ISO was able to milk a good amount of that even in that circumstance. So score is probably going to be around tied, and now the money hill coming up. All about the intro kills. The crates are up, and now Scump's on the prowl at middle cut.
Well, they bought themselves some time. They were able to rotate over early.
That little buffer to rotate is always nice to have.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter when you just let Scump walk in, pick up 2.
It's not even taking damage. It's just how you break it, I guess.
2 more players from ISO trying to break in. Krim in the kill feed as well. We're staying on board with Scump. He's on the streak. Actually, go over to Krim. There's going to be players pushing through purple. And 2 players down for Optic. 3 down for Optic and Scump. The last one alive in the hill. Gonna be able to get 1, but ISO with a very clutch play right there. Still early in the game, but able to break that. Optic's able to hold that hill down. Then they start building that early lead, kind of how we saw in Solar, and then they're able to open up the floodgates. I love this spot from Llama God, though, up in this top left corner.
After that 4 dead, I was not expecting ISO to break so quickly. Just like that, they were able to jump in the purple window. Scump just got overwhelmed, wasn't able to bail them out of that situation, and now ISO has them spawning out so far. They're going to start to notice that they're spawning purple. Dito with a nice kill there. Almost pick up the 2-piece on Scump, but Scump is too much on fire right now. 13-9, keeping his team in the game at this point. I don't think if Scump was doing this well, this score would be even close.
Oh, not by no stretch of the imagination would this game be close if Scump was struggling. I mean, look at the kills for Optic. You have Karma 6 and 9, 3 Capsu's name just trying to play around the hill. Scump's going to get pushed up on top of green plat. It's going to be ISO controlling it early. Llama God's going to drop. It's going to be Silly over there. He's going to drop as well. Karma getting control of this hill. And you know, we've seen teams take a ton of time here. What's the best setup? What's the key to keep control of green plat?
Basically, you want to have that ice room in control so you can't get flanked at all, and then just force them out into that bottom stow spawn. So they're forced to jump into bio and make the decision whether they're going to try and go and flood red tunnel or go all the way around to middle cut, ice, blue, all that type of stuff. So if you're able to force them out that far, like ISO is trying to do right now, but they just keep getting this bad spawn. All these kills they are kind of getting right now don't matter because they're spawning so much farther away from Optic. Optic goes through these gunfights, is able to pick up 1 or 2, gets traded, but spawns right back up at the hill.
Yeah, it's going to be Karma chucking some nades out, just trying to defend himself in the hill. He's going to be able to take out one. He's stayed alive for a very long time, giving Optic the lead. And this is something you got to be worried about, right? You know, ISO, you come out, you play a really good first half of this game. Obviously, still this final hill, 5th hill remaining. But, you know, Optic's still in the lead. If they start to heat up, this one could get just like Solar.
Yeah, exactly. We see Formal starting to heat up with the sub now, switching to it here on this middle biolab. Close quarters combat going in, but now has both a bow and a sub. Gonna get dangerous here for ISO to try and break. And we see ISO just starting to get so separated on the map. They're hitting one at a time at each doorway, and that's the stuff that Optic loves to see because they're just gonna take those individual gunfights. Silly able to break in from the purple side and get that 2-piece. So a little bit of time going back into ISO's favor. We're gonna see if Optic can try and contest this a little bit or just hold the spawns for the next hill at the middle ice. One player from Optic trying to contest. I think it is Scump trying to pick up one. So once again, the hills keep going back and forth, split time. One team is able to hold for a good 15, 20 seconds, and then the other team just gets it right back going into the later hills. Rotations going back and forth, intro kills going back and forth. No team seems to be able to hold.
It is going to be a tie game, 112-112 going into the second half. ISO played great.
Oh my gosh.
What are they going to need, though, in the second half to really put them over the top? I mean, Llama on a 5 streak there. He's going to get taken out. But in the second half, what are you going to be looking at from both teams? What are they going to need to blow this game open?
I mean, we need to continue to see plays like that from Llama. He flipped the spawn for his team and picked up the 2-piece at the middle cut right there. But they still weren't able to break. They aren't going together enough. They need to be able to follow up those sub kills with a little bit more pressure instead of just letting Scump shut them down. Another 3 kills straight on a 7 streak for Scumpy right now. Almost at a 30 bomb already. 4 minutes left in the map.
Scump is heating up, man. When he gets on fire, he's awesome to watch. He's going to get taken out, jinx him a little bit. I think if he heats them this second half, it's going to be very difficult for ISO. And you know, they're starting to fall behind by a little bit. We talked about it when we were, watching Solar. You can't let them get a huge lead because then you start playing for that garbage time. You never make the actual comeback. It's going to be a rotation here by Havoc. He's going to be able to take down Crim. You have Llama picking up a kill in the kill feed versus Karma. So now you get a great rotation if you're ISO. Now you just need to lock it down. You're going to be looking at Dito. He's going to be the man in the hill trying to prevent Optic from breaking in. He's going to drop Havoc on a 4 streak. Let's see if he can defend this. He is stunned out of his mind. TV can barely see. It is so difficult to fight out of, and it's going to be a break by Optic Gaming as you see Scump flying in, picking up kills. He's going to start pushing these out.
All these nades from Optic are just doing wonders for them. ISO is set up in their positions, but they're always forced to move. Crim's on the turret now, just putting shots down onto the top of the hill for his teammates. But these nades make ISO weak, make them move out of their positions, and just basically turn into easy kills and then follow up with stuns. So good teamwork there from Optic. That's how they're able to break. Just tap that RB button, get them out of their positions, and able to get those easy gunfights. So now the huge rotation. This is going to be the map right here. Whoever's able to get a lead off of this blue hill is going to be it, but it looks like Optic has initial control. All 3 people already here. Dito trying to fly in by himself, pick up an initial kill, but not looking too good for ISO. And Dito himself, he is struggling, and we tend to see some of the Battle players struggle on Biolab.
Yeah, Llama jumps in, picks up 2, just trying to breathe some life into his team. I mean, they didn't rotate early. They end up giving it the start to OG. They needed a big play to take control of it. Havoc's going to pick up 1. Dito with another, but Llama with a team kill right there. Silly, the last one alive in the hill. He's going to get flooded. He's going to take out 1. Not able to get another. It's going to be Optic Gaming gaining control of the hill. And this is one that ISO needs to break quick, or else those last 2 hills, hard to get a ton of time on. It's not going to look good for them going into that.
Yeah, looking pretty slow now. I'm not sure how Optic was able to pick up the scrap at red and able to rotate faster than ISO onto the blue hill.
Yeah, right?
That's usually not how it works out. If you pick up scrap time, you're not supposed to get the initial time at next. Optic was able to break through and get both, and that's why the score is getting out of control for ISO right now. The 30-point lead turned into 80 really, really quickly, and even onward. Once again, Optic has spawns.
Well, Optic's able to get away with a little bit more on hardpoint, right? A lot of other teams you have to rotate early because you don't have that gun skill to really just break those hills, just jump in and just, one person just jump in, pick up 2 or 3 kills, and then break the hill open. Optic, they're able to, say, Formal, you stay here and watch the hill with Krim, and hold off a 4-man push, and then rotate the other 2 to the next hill. So, I think it's a play style that they're probably the only team that can play that way.
Yep.
And you see other teams.
Yeah, I don't think even FaZe can pull off a style like that. They basically trust each other in these 2v4, 3v4 situations, and they actually win them the majority of the time. And all it needs to happen is one time. That's how they're able to open the score up. Teams have to play so desperate against them, like we see ISO doing right now, just jumping in one at a time from the bad spawn, because they just have to. Otherwise, they're mathematically eliminated, and we're pretty much already there going into the last hill on Biolab.
Yeah, ISO's trying to break in here to mid-bio, just not enough time. It's going to be Optic Gaming taking this Biolab, and we kind of the way we thought this one would go. If you needed players to step up for ISO, it was going to be the sub players, and you had a pretty good game out of Havoc. Silly though, we were talking about the 3 guys, Llama, Silly, and Havoc pre-game. You needed everybody to bring it, and Silly, he's going to finish around probably 26 and 39. And that's just not going to cut it against OG, especially when you have
double 40s once again on hard point. Yeah,
from
there's
the
nothing you can do. It doesn't even matter that Karma's 22 and 30. He's doing his job. He's flooding into the hill. We see Formal not even with the cap on the board, just allowing his teammates to do the grunt work, I guess you can call it, while he just sits back and gets that 2.0 kill death ratio.
But that's how you want Formal to play.
Yeah, exactly.
You want Formal nowhere near the hill. You want him just posted up around it with the AR, just picking up kills at range. It's going to be a 242. Didn't see the final score.
Scump's really good.
164 win for Optic Gaming.
Scump's really good.
Yeah, Scump's very good.
That's kind of the summary of that game. Scump was the person
14 caps as well.
How do you win Biolab? You get Blue Hill. Who won the Blue Hill? Scumpy did.
Yeah, I mean,
it's quite simple. It's just math.
The first rotation ISO, they get there and they're able to kind of make it a little bit scrappy. That second rotation, though, Optic was in complete control of it, and they took it for the extended period of that time, and after that, ISO never made it close. You got a 47 and 34 from Scump, 14 caps, 12 defense.
Oh
that is a crazy stat line. Formal, 41 and 29, 4 defense. For ISO, Lamagod, yet again with another pretty good game, 37 and 36.
Llama is definitely the MVP for ISO throughout this series. He's constantly putting in those 2 pieces, but we saw them spread out too much. They were never able to completely flipped the spawn when he picked up those huge kills like that. He was flipping the spawns for his team, well, attempting to at least, but then they would just get wiped out instantly and made his huge plays actually not matter that much.
Yeah, Silly putting some good pressure on the hill, just needed to win a few more of those gun engagements. Right. 10 caps, that's great. 28 and 40 probably needed to be a little bit closer to even, and that one might have been a bit closer. Obviously, Dito needed to get around that area as well.
But when you have 2 players that negative, I mean, it's just too tough.
Especially with the slaying power of OG. And guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's going to be an S&D Detroit. Stay tuned. Only a few weeks away from the MLG World Finals. Totally stoked for that event. Mr. X, T, bringing you Optic Gaming versus ISO. Currently, OG's up 3-1 in the series. Give you guys a quick update of what went down on Bravo just now. Elevate defeats Envy 4-3. So a game 7 there. Elevate able to take it.
You kind of have to feel for Envy. Each event, they're sort of on the cusp of just being that top tier team, but they just always fall short. They always play some of the top contenders, go down early to the loser bracket, and just can never seem to find their way back up.
Never for really like a
soon
specific
enough.
reason either.
Exactly, and you see that glimpse of talent. They're like right there, but something's off.
Yeah, Envy with an early
Clutch win from Elevate, though.
Yeah.
6-4 win on Riot S&D.
Oh, wow. That was actually a close one there in a game 7. But coming up next here, you're going to have a Detroit S&D. The first S&D was taken by ISO 6-3. Right. Do you see them kind of continuing the trend, taking the S&D?
With the way Formal and Scump are playing, I just have to say no. Just every single respawn they're there. We saw Formal, although they lost the Biolab S&D, I mean, if Formal snipes, I think he's going to pull out again.
Can he be that effective with it on this map as he was on Biolab? I don't know if he can.
It's a lot tougher to get those sort of lines of sights and elevation on this map.
Yeah, he's going to have to play.
I just feel like ISO's so down now that I just don't feel like they're going to play with much confidence. They're not going to be, challenging over aggressively into school over at Middle Street, and it's just going to be tough for them. Optics shooting way better, feeling way better, and they have the series lead. It's just, it's looking like a 4-1 in my opinion.
I feel like on this map, if you run the sniper rifle though, you kind of hang one of your players out to dry. We'll go on board with defense and let's try to talk a little bit about this. I'll get your opinion on it, but I feel like if Formal plays, let's say, back trailer and watches Garage, watch that cross to B, I feel like puts that teammate at B at a big disadvantage, right? But it looks like he's going to be playing pretty aggressive here towards the middle, and he's going to get taken out by Dito right off the rip. So don't know if he expected that to happen, but I think
Dito's been watching a little bit of film. I think Formal has done that once or twice before.
Yeah, right. It seems like they knew exactly what he was doing. But point I was going to make is he watches B. I think ISO just keeps flooding through school all day until they force him to change it. If he watches A, that leaves the guy in green out to dry.
Completely agree with you. Yeah. Like, you don't have those clean lines of sights at either bomb site, which makes the sniper a little bit detrimental at times, especially later on into the rounds. You just don't want to be stuck in clutch situations with your teammates with that tiny little pistol.
And Dito, he's going to be trying to gain an advantageous sight line for his team. Nothing really going on. Both teams playing pretty slow. I don't think they really have any idea where anyone is. I mean, nobody's really kind of poked out and made a play. See, Lamagod, he's actually going to spot, I believe that's going to be Karma inside of Hospital. Karma's just going to dip out, challenge a little bit. Doesn't need to really engage that gunfight, though, because 30 seconds left. Dito gets taken out, pushing through school with the sniper rifle. This is going to be a big play right here. Silly's going to need to come up with this kill.
Yeah, sneaky corner there from Scump in green. Big gunfight from Llama right there in blue, but now he is stuck in a 1v2 situation. He's weak. He doesn't have much time, only 10 seconds left, and yep, both players from Optic
there was
smartly
no chance he was making it across.
Just not, you don't give yourself enough time, and that's kind of what I said before this map started. You're losing gunfights. You don't have any map control. You're down in the series. They're just not playing with confidence. They just sit in the back. Dito opens up with a huge first blood on their sniper, and they don't make anything of it.
Now, on offense, we usually see a lot of play towards Garage to school, but something I've seen a lot of teams do effectively is they just do a fast push over towards green. They fly 2 guys into green, get the back trailer. Why do we not see that more often? I feel like we see a lot of teams just kind of stall and play slow in Garage. Why do we not see those fast green pushes as often?
I'm not too sure. I think it has to be sort of snipers being a little bit more prevalent lately, but once again, it's pretty hard to hit that snipe shot over from back school, so I think that green push still is really good. If you're able to get control of that green, that bomb plant is so much easier. You don't have to worry about the guy in green using the sound to your advantage when you're picking up the clunky sound, planting the bomb, but seems like both teams want to go for this slow style, trust their snipers to try and get first blood. Although ISO got it last round, they didn't make anything of it, so I guess first bloods don't really matter too much.
I think if you're able to get to that back trailer area, it forces just such a hard rotation. It's Dito getting eyes on Krim there. Dito with the sniper rifle, he's going to get all types of stun. You see how aggressive Krim is being. It doesn't matter, though. Dito's going to shut him down with the pistol. No. Oh my gosh. Dito with a fantastic hold of the B bomb site. Just a one-man army over there. It's going to be able to pick up a nice pistol kill on Krim and a fantastic snipe. Now Karma left is the last one alive. He was not fighting out of that situation. Dito single-handedly, though, wins ISO that round.
It's so scary that he played that like that, but hey, when it works out, you look pretty flashy. Nice first kill. He kind of read what Krim was going to do. I like the push from Krim there, though. He knew Dito had a sniper.
It was a smart play by Krim.
You have a sub. I mean, it's a really smart play. Dito just hit his shots. He didn't miss a single bullet throughout both of those gunfights, obviously. Whipped out the sniper, reloaded, and just blamed someone in the face. Great plays from Dito right there, holding off that B push. But honestly, Optic could have just slowed it down a little bit and planted that bomb. I understand why they made the play, but maybe need to play a little bit smarter to guarantee themselves that map control and that round.
Yeah, more slow play. On the offensive side, we're going to see everyone just looking for picks, and going to see sniper in Dito's hand again. Formal have it. Nope. Formal not running the sniper rifle in this one. First blood's going to go in favor of ISO.
Oh my gosh,
Dito is
again.
actually able to pick up Formal. He's going to... Okay, there you go. That's a little bit more normal. Dito's going to get taken out with the pistol. Krim, the last one alive, though, a 3v1. And you see how fast ISO dibs with the bomb. Krim's going to pick up the pistol. Not really going to help him too much. Just going to regen his health. I think that's probably the best way to play. He jumps out and challenges. He's absolute. He is pretty much dead to rights there. But this is not a good situation to fight out of. ISO's going to double team in the mid street. Pick up another round win. So
Dito with that snipe. Oh my gosh, it looked like Formal had that kill pretty much guaranteed, and then all of a sudden, whack!
yeah,
snaps it off.
Fantastic shot right there from Dito. Really dominating the sniper battle between him and Formal. You know, Dito starting off 4-2. Formal hasn't picked up a kill just yet. See what Optic Gaming decides to do on the offensive side of things. We'll go through all their classes. No sniper this round.
Yeah, Formal getting shut down a little bit and smartly decides to pull out the bow and just get some team pushes with his squad.
You're going to see Karma highlighted. He's going to be in
There's that green
hospital,
push.
and this is the one that I wanted to see. You're going to see Krim go right up to bomb. This is the big play right
Matt,
here.
you're so smart. It worked like a
to
charm.
make things happen.
It's like you were a coach.
At one point there,
Weird.
I allegedly did something like that. It's going to be Scump watching back green. They have full control over this. This would be a very difficult round for OG to lose. It would take a lot of great plays by ISO to make that happen. Scump's going to pick up the player in the back green. You see he's going to push all the way out, and this is where you can really cause a lot of trouble. Dito with another snipe.
He's so good with it right now.
Unbelievable, but OG wins that round so
yeah.
easy. Once you get control of that back green area, it's almost impossible to get in there.
You can just play your corners. You can play it aggressively, get trailer like we saw Scump do. It's just so much easier if you don't get those initial gunfights at that front green door. The team on defense is basically screwed over.
But once Scump picks up that first kill, he has free reigns to go towards back trailer, and then at that point...
He can gain so much information for free, and the other team just can't do anything to get him out of that area.
the defensive team has absolutely no play at that point.
Right.
No, they're going to be looking down alley and then getting
They're just
shot
kinda
from
stuck with the
trailers.
crates,
Yeah, there's no real option. Nah, look at this. We're seeing
Same
a little
setup.
bit. Yep, same setup for ISO. You're going to see some shots fired across map by Dito, just highlighting him on the mini-map. Which, do you want to see them do something different? I mean, no, they keep putting themselves in these situations where they have to win with, 45, 30 seconds left. It's very difficult. You see, Karma's going to jump in, tag
Karma's
of a
shooting
teammate,
everyone.
trying to make it fair, trying to put some damage on Scump. Looks like Krim going to be in a long-range battle with Dito. Dito, I think, still has that sniper rifle. He's going to be the last one alive. He needs an absolute miracle here. Going to fire a nade around the corner. It's actually going to be a trophy system that takes it out. Scump dies at the hands of the pistol, but Optic flooding him in that window room, able to take him out.
It seems like ISO's trying to go back on how they were winning some of these earlier series in the tournament, and that grinded out type of style seemed to be working versus some of the other teams, but Optic just eats it up. Scump just is able to roam around the map. They don't have enough map control, and Scump's just be Scump. You got 2 first bloods right there. Just easy win.
And then Dito is 6-4 with the sniper rifle, but is it really kind of like helping his team gain map
Like
control?
3 of those kills are pointless kills at the end
But
of the
I feel
round
like
when he's stuck
if
in
he had an ASM1 or a BAL, like Dito's the type of player that can fly in.
Yeah.
He can play any type of style.
Exactly.
Dito,
He's a very good
player.
aggressive.
Yeah.
I
He can
completely
just
agree.
jump in and help his teammates.
He is
like-
getting these kills with snipers, but they aren't very useful, I guess I would say.
I mean, well,
it's flashy. Don't get me wrong.
let's
It looks nice.
Look
but
at the mini-map. Just look at their setup right now.
so far back.
Yeah, we saw them do this the other day. Obviously, we have the great gift of having the con vision in the mini-map, but that's the reason they do it. So they run double nades on Dito, and they run double nades on Llama.
Right.
So once they get the bomb down, they will just break it effectively
Play
with
the
those
retake,
nades.
yeah.
So it's an interesting strat. I think it's just Optic, though, seems like,
I like
they're a
the
little bit
strat.
too smart. They kind
Yeah.
of, they don't want to go for the bait. They definitely have seen this before, so it seems like they're going to flush out.
I like the
bring
strat
this one
from
to the other
ISO.
side.
They're just doing it so far back. You can't give a team so much map control and not expect them to do anything of it. That's when Krim is at his best, when he's able to roam the map and just guarantee, isolate those 1v1s, and he's going to win them a majority of the time.
And I mean, Krim's a pretty smart guy. Once you give him the free reins to kind of gain some information around the map, make some pretty accurate calls. And Karma's going to have a big gun battle. He's actually going to lose it. So this one may end up working out in ISO's favor. 14 seconds left. You know, he's Scump push, and he's going to drop 3-3. That is a round that I thought Optic definitely could have won. You know, ISO gave
like
a ton of map
favor, and then
Dito
all
hit
of a
another
sudden,
snipe
yeah,
here?
he just keeps hitting them. He got 2 that round, and then who was up with him? I think Silly was up that round with him. He was able to pick up that big kill at the green side door, and that's what kind of opened up the kills for the
We've seen
defense.
some impressive sniping from a lot of players this weekend. You know, Formal,
Definitely.
I thought Chino was great with the sniper rifle. You know, Dito putting on a show here. We'll jump on board with him, see if he's going to go for this spawn snipe off the rip here. It looks like he's going to stay with the same class as well, so he's going to be going with the double nades. Sees the one-player cross, and this is a pretty aggressive play out of the guys on OG. I like the call. Krim's going to be in the mid-streak, going to tag out one player. Dito, though, going to open up with a snipe shot on Formal. Krim puts a ton of bullets down, not able to finish off anybody, and now it's going to be a 4v2 in favor of ISO. You see Silly knows exactly where Scump is. He's going to drop. Now you have Karma, the last one alive. Formal 1 and 5, really just kind of...
It seemed to me right there that Optic didn't follow the strat completely. We saw 2 people from an OG go into blue, and then they just sat there while Krim died. He did choke some shots. I thought he was going to get that first blood and then get cleaned up, but didn't even get a kill. And then the guys blue didn't peek. They didn't go to the other doorway. They didn't go out the window. Just kind of sat around and waited to die.
It's like Dito finally misses a sniper rifle shot there on a no-scope on Karma. I don't know how he is still alive. ISO able to use some team shots, taking him down. It's going to be a 4-3 in favor of ISO. And Formal, you got to get him going. You need to kind of get him back in the game. Sometimes in S&D, when you're not picking up kills, you can your mind can just float away and you're not too focused. You need to get him some easy kills. I think pushing him on offense, maybe being the first one, getting aggressive with his sub, even if he just causes an intro and to cause something positive to happen, I think it's some confidence you can take into the next round.
Yeah, we're going to see if Optic's going to start to notice this far back setup from ISO. Looks like they're going to try and push up towards this green side once again. It worked the other time they did it, so they're just going to try and do it again. But this time, Llama is able to open up with the first blood. Scump going for a 2-piece. Is shut down by Silly with the bow. 2v2 situation. Havoc evens it up once again, but Formal stuck in a 1v2. If he's going to bring it back right here, it's the perfect time. There's one.
And the timing right there just didn't work out for Krim. Go on board with Dito and Formal. Watch them battle it out. The bomb down in a very awkward position right now. We talked about it before in the first S&D. And I know how Formal likes to play these situations.
Yeah, just constantly going to look for that kill. Doesn't like to go for the bomb too quickly. But in a situation like this, there's just so much time. You just have no idea what the other player's going to do.
He does have a lot of time to work with.
Yeah, he's just going to try and roam around the map, see if he's going to catch Dito trying to roam, but it doesn't look like Dito's moving anytime soon.
No, and it's a very long 1v1. Usually you see a 1v1 and maybe 25, 30 seconds left on the clock. I feel like this started with about 50 seconds left. So it's a very long 1v1. And if I had to favor somebody, I think Formal probably has the better situation to play out of.
Oh, definitely. You can easily play your situation around here at school, but we're going to see if Dito's going to see Formal after the plant on the cross. He whips out the sniper and doesn't see the cross just yet, so he has to assume that he's just going to play on that right side of the map.
But how do you play this if you're Dito? I mean, obviously...
Just zone it out.
Yeah, you just have to...
Spot him.
Oh my gosh!
Dito is just on fire with the sniper right now. Has he missed a snipe?
I feel like he has not
Every time we've gone on him, he's just always hitting something. Formal shaking his head at that one, not too happy about it. But Dito he just zoned it out. Formal had to make a decision. You can't just sit on the bomb site. I guess you could in a 1v1 right there.
You could have.
But I guess Formal should have assumed that Dito had a sniper and just kind of not moved. Take the gunfight. You have a real gun and he has a pistol.
Right?
Yeah.
He has the pistol.
Dito's only play if he sits on the bomb site is either jump in fire window or jump in from the middle steps, and I think that favors Formal a little bit. But it's tough in that situation to know that Dito's just going to be posted up there at the crates waiting for you to jump out. Formal's trying to distance himself to try and spot Dito, but it ended up working out the other way.
Yeah, now Dito, surprised he's going to get this aggressive. Although he didn't see anybody cross at the B bomb site. Gonna throw it in. Hospital knows that there's been a few players for OG playing in there the last few rounds, but completely new setup for OG. You see smokes going down at A. Llama in all types of tag. WC just fired through the smoke, and nobody can even see anybody. Havoc getting that first blood, though. Looks like they're going to start to rotate the bomb. I like the decision. Llama challenging in the mid-street. Formal's going to be able to take him out from the side. See Dito, though, on a sneaky little flank here. See if he can make something happen.
Yeah, interesting to see him try and do this flank with a pistol. Optic getting control of the middle street. Now able to pick up 2. Dito stuck in a 1v3, evens it up with one more. See, he's going to keep using this sniper. He just hasn't missed when we've been on him so far. Optic separating a little bit, and time is not on his side. He needs to get this bomb as soon as possible and see if he can sort of make a play.
With the way he's shooting, they should just hide at this point. Just wait till he gets on a bomb.
Don't take any chances.
I mean, 15 seconds left.
Perfect setup, though.
Then Karma fly in, should be able to finish this off. He's actually going to put a bunch of shots in Dito. 8 seconds left, though. Need a absolutely miraculous play here to win the round. He's going to dive in, going to be able to take him out with the pistol. Just not enough time to get the bomb down. It's going to be Optic up, barely winning that round.
That's the second time we've seen Karma just seem to have a guaranteed kill, and then all of a sudden we go, uh-oh. He shoots about 3 or 4 bullets and then almost gets turned on, is able to get away, so smart play there after missing those initial shots. But good setup from OG right there. Only 25 seconds for Dito to work with. They just split bombs. Eventually, Dito has to go for the plant. Isn't able to do it in time, and good round win from OG right there. But still, 2 rounds down from the win.
And ISO just waiting for that green push. They know Optic has gone to it the last 2 offensive rounds. They're going to be able to get the bomb down, but losing Scump is huge, as he's been the leader for the team so far in S&D. It's going to be Formal picking up 1. It's going to go down the mid-street. He's going to drop at the hands of Silly. It's going to be Krim and Karma, the last 2 alive. Make it Krim in a 1v3. He is going to drop, and we're going to see ISO taking the second S&D here against Optic Gaming.
Very, very impressive. Dito just constantly opening up the map, hitting those clutches, basically just holding off the pushes from OG single-handedly, going 12 kills with the sniper, and it's not every day you see Formal get out-sniped like that. Completely shut down.
And it's, pre-game we talked Formal control the map with the sniper rifle, and this one is Dito the one.
I did not.
I would not have called that either. Dito goes double positive, 12-6. with the sniper rifle. We'll take a look at the stats real quick. Scump 9-8, the leader for OG in this one. Formal 5-8. Krim 4-7. Nobody really played like bad, like standout bad from
I'm going to give a lot of
side.
props to Havoc. He was working that blue like an absolute champ. He had to have got at least 2, maybe 3 first bloods at least that I saw. And being able to open up that entire middle side of the map, it gives you such an avenue to go to either bomb site. You either go out the blue door, or you can rush crates. You can wrap back and go middle. You can go green alley. It's just a great position to hold, and Havoc was controlling it for the majority of that map as well.
ISO makes some great adjustments and takes game number 5, S&D Detroit. Uplink Parliament coming up next. Can they force a game 7? We'll be right back. Welcome back. MLG Season 3 Finals. Mr. X joined by Teep. Fantastic series. I mean, kind of going not the exact way we expected, but we expected it to be.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, ISO's extremely
looking
strong at search and destroy. Havoc, Llama, just making plays, and then we saw Dito just out-sniping for almost something you don't see very often in this day and age in AW.
Yeah.
So great plays from Dito right there, getting 12 kills, 12 and 6 right there. But they're staying alive, and what's the next map?
Trying to force a Game 7. It's going to be a Parliament uplink.
Wow.
You've played against both of these teams in the Pro League. DLC map, uplink. Which team do you favor? ISO generally is not a fantastic uplink.
Right. Parliament's one of those maps that's purely based on BAL map control. You know what I mean? So you have to put that in favor of OG. Even Scump whips out the BAL on this one, and he's looked impressive on it also. So it's going to be one of those things where I think Dito needs to continue that momentum, and he can't have another bad respawn. He's struggled quite a lot in the respawns that we've seen in this series so far. So it's going to be up to him to continue that momentum. That super strong search game needs to carry over and needs to light a fire under his team for this Parliament uplink. And don't miss ones.
If it was ever a time for Dito to have a good respawn here against OG.
This is it. This is his map.
I mean,
He's
is
the BAL player. It's a BAL map. All BALs. It's his time to shine.
Quick update, 2 seconds before this starts up. FaZe versus Denial in the loser bracket. Who do you got now on?
FaZe Denial, I feel like that's the team that's going to be able to come back and get to the grand final actually from the loser bracket. You have to keep the faith in FaZe, in my opinion, but Denial's also looking strong with Huke and with the rest of the players on that squad. They're just such a strong slaying team. FaZe not looking too great thus far, losing to Epsilon, so you never know. Yeah,
and it was actually 4 dead, 4 ISO off the start. Karma gonna make some magic happen. Just dancing around in the opposing team's base. The drone's gonna go in the hands of Llama God as Dito picks up Krim. Krim, the remaining OG player in the ISO base. That is a play right there. You know, OG could have gotten 2 within the first 30 seconds. ISO just doing enough to stay alive.
Yeah, really good save. It looked like completely gonna be a dunk in Optic's favor, but now they have control of this middle map. Basically, Ice is going to spawn behind their point. Scump getting a little bit greedy and misses the throws. This is the type of stuff that we saw a little bit on comeback. It's going to punish you way more on this one. You can't have missed throws. You can't have missed dunk attempts. And we're going to see how Ice is going to play this. Havoc holding the ball here at middle, waiting for some teammate support, but Optic's going to spawn back up and jump up to contest at middle.
So talk to me a little bit about Parliament uplink. You know, obviously, a new map to the rotation. Which side you're a fan of? How do you think you should play this map?
I think definitely ISO's on the better side right here. We see constant kills, and once, oh my gosh, another missed throw, completely thrown over the map. I can't believe it. Well, the game, I guess, is even now. It should be 1-1. Missed throws from both sides. Dito starting to heat up a little bit.
I'm going to feel bad. I'm just going to whip this one off the side of the boat.
This is what Dito needs to do, starting off 10-2, still have map control, and this is why it's the better side. Once you get kills, Optic is consistently going to spawn in that little right side alley, and they're forced to either wrap back into unfavorable gunfights or start to OE at the middle.
I was going to say, what do you think is the correct call in that situation? I mean, you see Optic trying to rotate back to their base. His ISO's going to put 3 points in a hurry on the board, and Dito's actually playing very well. But you think it's the right move to wrap back? You think you go on the overextension? What's the best way to play that?
I think you have to wrap back. You can't just keep giving the other team the control of your side tower and your side hall. If they're able to just continue getting to those crates, they can pass the ball so quickly. And if they notice you're going to try and do a 3 or 4 OE play, they're just going to pass it super quick. Optic answering back perfectly right now, though. Scump able to put in that dunk to even the score, almost back out. ISO still up 1.
Yeah, it was Krim clearing out the base for Scump. Silly, though, with the drone. Look at the minimap. There's really only 2 players back there. He should be able to at least get off a 1-point throw, and it's going to be intercepted by Formal. Formal with a big play there. Looked like ISO was going to go up by 2, but a huge interception. See if OG can build some momentum in this one.
Yeah, Formal had so much time to line that up. Pretty straightforward what Silly was trying to do there. Formal read it perfectly, was able to catch that, toss it off into the water to get that reset, and now this is where OG starts to shine, putting the other team back on that spawn, posting up into favorable positions like we see Scump right here, picking up so many easy kills, and it's going to be tough for ISO to get back control and elevate it up on the map.
Yeah, and it looks like Karma's going to go for a 1-point throw, gets some momentum, knocks it down. It's going to be OG tying it up from the least favorable side. If you're ISO, you can't let that go into the second half and just
take a look and get a lead here for sure.
Take a look at the kills. It's amazing that ISO is even this close. I mean, Dito's 16-7, playing amazing. Then, you know, Havoc 2-10, Silly 8-10, you know, Llama 6-11. Just need a lot more out of everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. Havoc needs to start picking up right now. Slow it down a little bit, pre-aim, get those intro kills for the squad, and everything else. The kills after that, once you're in their spawn, are much easier. We see ISO staying in this. 1 minute and 20 left. They're holding map control by the ball. Need to get control of flowers, though, and progress up on this area a little bit. They just keep letting OG get to their flowers, and that's one of the power spots on the map.
They're trying to get map control. They just weren't picking up kills. Now after about 10 to 15 seconds over here on the drone side, looked like they were going to be able to make a play, but I believe that's Formal in the back, throwing some great grenades, able to keep them off the drone, and this is unfortunate for ISO. You know, they've done such a nice job locking this down, especially Silly, you know, off of 2 or 3 spawns. He's come over here trying to pick up some big kills. They just have not been able to pick up the drone at all or advance it up the map.
Yeah, so many kills, and it seems to be for no reason. Silly doing a great job trying to hold map control. Lays down for a little bit too long, trying to regain his health while his team weren't able to get back up. EMP's coming into effect once again. Karma covering Krim here at the ball spot. Karma with 2 kills. Krim able to push up flowers, 3 dead right now. ISO getting put back on spawn. Only 30 seconds left, and this is not looking too good for them on the good side.
Yeah, I had Scump highlighted. It looked like he was going to try and force the issue through the middle of the map. No, ISO could make a play here. There's only, you know, could be a 2-on-2 situation at OG's base. Nobody moving up the map. You see Dito just fighting at range. He's picking up kills. They just aren't able to get the drone, you know, towards the OG base for any opportunity to score. It's going to pick up Scump. Nobody in a position to get the drone. 3-3 going into the second half. Who's got the advantage?
You have to give it to OG. They're going into this good side, and that was such a weird side. So much action in the first couple of minutes, and then all of a sudden, completely slowed down. And honestly, it's kind of weird to say that one nade from Formal was like,
it was huge, yeah.
That's what was able to allow them to stalemate the rest of that side. The ball guy, free death, no map control, losing a battle player up at that top ball area, and that was absolutely huge. Not sure how Formal was able to place that Semtex so well from back in his spawn tower, but now we're going to see if OG's going to be able to punish ISO, putting them back into that right spawn alley.
And now OG playing from the favorable side. To kick things off here, I'm going to go to Turtle Beach team chat with Optic Gaming.
Turtle Bridge, absolute. One shot there, Flower. I got the guy. I got the guy. 3, 3, let's go.
I got ball.
Kill that one dude, we're good. Kill that one dude, we're good. Spawn killing. Pillar.
Got him.
On point now, on point. Go for stuff,
Wait, just wait. I threw it. I should have it.
Nice, good throw. Let's go.
They might OE. One's bottom gun.
Mid lane.
2.
Oh yeah, 2 there. 2 gun. One's behind you.
There's 2. One under the point and 2 the bridge.
Alright, they're gonna be
Could be
mid
here
lane.
already, man.
Yeah, I'm here.
I spawned
Like
top
them,
up.
Damon. One shot, absolute. Their flowers. Absolute back, pushing off flowers. Absolute. Yeah, that guy. Nice, good shit. Ball guy, pillar. Ball guy's pillar. Looking top to the flank. Nice. Nothing flanking.
Mid
Middle boat. Absolute middle boat.
Dead.
Bridge.
I'm nading
Their gun, there's 2 their gun.
He got me. He's on their low bridge. Alright, no one's flanking. They're on their low bridge. Low bridge again.
Their gun.
Nice, let's go.
One's there. He's weak.
The bridge. 2 the bridge.
I'm pushing.
To the bridge.
I'm flanking.
Nice one. There's one more the bridge. One more. He crossed. He crossed.
One's behind me also.
Pillar.
Bottom gun. 2 guys there, guys. 2 guys there. Alright, pillar. I'm staying alive. Alright. Fuck, I got trapped.
They're middle alley.
You're good. Mid lane, and one guy's left.
Two
One's flanking top mid. One's top mid. He's flanking our bridge right now. Flanking our bridge right now. Ball guys hurt.
Our bridge already.
Intercept.
Nice.
Let's go, baby. I'm trying to throw it. Just play it.
Nice.
Bottom bridge. Top mid. Nice. 3. Last guy's gonna be my ball. Probably flowers. Or push up our bridge. Damon, I'm going with you. Probably push up our flowers, guys. Damon, he's bottom mid. I killed myself. He's one shot right in front of you, Damon.
They're bridge.
I'm looking, Damon. Hang on. I'm getting pegged by nades, bro.
Okay, one on ball.
One's pushing flanking. Our flowers.
Nice.
Play for intercept. He's got to throw.
I have to reload. One behind me, I think. He's not pillar, Formal. I'm looking.
I'm playing.
He's one shot. I got him. Nice. The bridge right now, guys. Alright.
Yeah, I'm behind.
The bridge. Let's go. More the bridge.
In the boat.
The bridge.
Under ball.
I'm looking. You kill that guy. He's weak. I need help. I'm trying.
Top their gun. One's their gun. One's their gun. Just get kills.
Get kills. Yeah, pick up kills. They're on their bridge. They're all over that shit.
One might have flanked.
Nice, good job.
On the
hair goods.
I got him. Dead.
I got one.
Nice, go to flower. That's 3 dead. Damon, go grab ball.
Yeah, I'm going.
They're bridge. Top bridge.
I'm here.
They're bottom bridge. Weak.
I'm getting flower.
2 guys the bridge. Alright, I'm swung. One's on pillar. I'm swung. Yo, I'm behind them.
Flower.
I got one.
No, I'm here. Where's the bridge? The bridge got me. Havoc. The bridge Havoc.
2 pillar.
The bridge Havoc.
2 pillar.
2 flower. 3 flower. 3. I got pillar. One shot.
He's top ball. Backside ball.
Go.
What, last guy's flanking? No?
He might be flanking. Yeah, he did.
He's on a bridge.
I'm going for
one shot, bottom gun. He's on our bridge, on our bridge.
Nice. Two there, two gun. One
can be pushed up, one can be pushed up, careful. One can be pushed up.
He might be flower.
Pretty sure he is pushed up.
Yeah, he's our bridge.
Come back with 7.
Our bridge dead.
Nice, that's a big kill.
Middle alley weak.
One's our pillar.
Our bridge.
Yeah, our bridge and our pillar. Ball He's gonna go for throw. He's still there, he's still nice.
OG up 2 here, Teep, about a minute and 40 to go. ISO trying to make a play with the drone. It's Lamagod. He's going to throw it down. He's going to pick up one. Not able to get another one. You see Karma just jump off the map with the drone, but seemed like the point of emphasis for Optic during that listening was to control that flower spot. Yeah. How important is flowers on Parliament Uplink?
It just gives you one of the best head glitches on the map. You can see up into their crate alley area, and it's just the spot you need to hold if you're going to guarantee yourself and make the other team play scared in a sense. Havoc doing a great job, starting to pick it up for his team. Had a very, very rough first side, but he is back. He is having a really strong second side. But I don't know why ISO isn't hitting that one from behind the crates. You can actually jump up on that right side and hit the easy one. You have to jump off the map, but it guarantees you a point.
They're going for 2 here, right now, and he misses it. Is he able to jump back into it? He misses it again!
Oh my
and he's
gosh,
going to drop with the drone. And that is a huge fail right there. That would have tied the game. Had 2 chances to jump into the goal, and he misses both times. Optic gets so fortunate there. They're going to get drone control. If you're a scump, you just need to hold on to this drone. There's no reason to force it up the map. Going to have Formal directly in front of him, leading as a blocker. He's going to go for a 1-point play and get taken out. Formal going to try and put some shots in. Lamagod with the drone. 25 seconds left, working up the middle of the map. He's going to get tagged up, trying to work his way down. This is an odd route to take here, and they're kind of getting stuck, kind of a little bit of a log jam here in the middle of the map. Lamagod's going to have to make an amazing play. Dito picking up 2. Can Dito lead the way? Lamagod getting close to the goal. 10 seconds left. He's going to jump up. He's going to put it in. Tying the game. 5 seconds left. Scump going for the drone, misses the jump as well, and we are going to see an OT here between OG and ISO. That is as crazy as the last 30 seconds you are ever going to see in an uplink.
That movement was absolutely insane with the ball. How he was so red, no armor. Didn't take any shots. Dito able to clean up 3. Silly initially killed 3 people off spawn in those head glitches. Great gunfights from Dito and Silly to open up that dunk, but how do you miss that dunk initially?
They're all better people than me, man. If my teammate would have missed that dunk, I would have been freaking out in the booth. There is no way we would have been able to make that comeback. I would have been throwing some stuff, yeah. And it's going to be OG picking up 2 kills right off the break. They're going to get the drone. It's going to be in the hands of Karma. Does he go for the 1-point play? He's going to toss it up, and he's going to knock it down. 17 seconds. That is a difficult time to beat.
Yeah, you're not beating that.
Just OG, you just stun drone right off the break?
Stun, EMPs. That's game. You don't even have to move from your bridge, to be quite honest with it. Just make sure the ball guy, 4 bow spraying at the ball, no time left. It's simple as that.
Can ISO complete the almost impossible? They're going to get the drone. Everyone's going to drop. It's all going to be up to Dito. 2 seconds left. Drone in control of Optic Gaming. And they are going to squeak by here in Parliament Uplink and take this series against ISO in 6.
Yeah, OG's shown a little bit of chinks in the armor right there. ISO almost able to clutch up and then just didn't have any sort of intro gunfight going into that OT. And ISO probably should have won that map in regular time. They were able to bring it back and get that last second dunk, but they had to give up all map control when they missed that dunk. It was so crucial for the end. They could have hit a 1 right after that with the complete control. They could have spawned kill that gun. There's no words to describe how much of a choke that was on that dunk.
We talked about it. Dito needed to have a good respawn. They got it. Just couldn't put it away against OG. He goes 33 and 26. Optic, 29 for Formal, 29 for Karma.
Pretty even.
Yeah, it's Scump and Crim, both with 27 and both 27 and 25. So pretty even across the board.
You got to give Damon the props. He hit all of his ones. Some of them were kind of tough. Lined them up perfectly. Was patient with it. Great job from Damon getting those 4 uplinks.
Just a fantastic series overall. ISO, such a strong team. That's enough for me and Teep. Let's go to our analysis. It's going to be Benson and Maven.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Teep. Fantastic casting in that game. And what a game that actually was. Yep, that's a wave. Maeve.
Yeah, saying hi.
Just saying hello to the crowd. Awesome. What a game that was, Maeve. Honestly, a little closer than I think a lot of people would have anticipated. We were actually watching that game with Hector as well.
Yeah, we had Hex, Chance, Courage, me, you, all in the back watching it, just losing it. It was not an easy series for Optic Gaming.
No, it was a little close towards the end, and obviously,
I mean,
a little bit of a choke coming in that uplink as well.
Silly at the end there. I lost it. We were all just standing around like, what?
You can't. This is the thing.
Happened?
A couple of guys were like, oh, yeah, he's choked twice. No, not really. He choked once. He missed the original throw. Once you're down so far below, a double jump isn't going to actually get you into the portal. From there, he was trying to
watch, though,
he was trying to get the height and then double jump again. But even so, you shouldn't be missing a 2-point play like that. That was pretty poor. And arguably, they could have won that game potentially with that 2-point play coming in the end. Maybe they go for a 1. But one thing's for sure, they get it to overtime in that uplink, and you're like, okay. Whew. I'm glad they didn't ultimately choke that. But then 17 seconds is the cap from OG.
Yeah, well, as soon as that happened, we're all like, this is done.
It's over.
But the reason we thought Isolation had a chance was because potentially the 3 S&Ds. They look strong in S&D throughout the series. If it went to Game 7s, you're already getting, like you said, flashbacks. That Havoc 1v4.
Havoc 1v4 again.
If it goes to Riot, that would have been so epic to watch between these two teams. Gets cut just a little bit short. We'll get a recap there of the map breakdown. Anything really that stood out for you?
I mean, you look at the first hard point, Solar, 249, 144 OG. Business as usual. Biolab S&D goes to ISO 6-4, business as usual. Come back uplink. Well, yeah, there was some close moments there, but you're always going to favor OG. Biolab hardpoint, I feel like you're going to favor OG. That for me, it was always going to come down to Parliament.
You favor OG in the respawns, you favor Isolation, the S&D. It pretty much broke down exactly how you think it would, except some of the games, they were pretty back and forth. I know it looks like you get a 100-point win in Game 1, almost, 80-point win or so in the other hardpoint, but they were pretty back and forth. They'll come back a little bit close at times, but that OT, I mean, if Silly put that away, do you think I didn't look at the response, they had a chance to potentially rally and get one more in?
Like, everyone is like, oh, yeah, they missed that 2-point play. Yeah, that's not really how the game works. They get the original 2-point play.
Maybe
they get another one. Yeah, maybe you're right, but I don't think it's going to play out exactly how it did. But even so, got to give Dito a little bit of props towards the end of there for forcing the OT. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough. You see a wild Christopher Puckett, joined by FaZe Temper in the crowd, getting ready for more action. We got 2 more games on the main stage.
Imagine if Chris Puckett could grow a beard like Temper. That would be terrifying.
I challenge Christopher Puckett to do just that. Get ready. Oh, he's already planning it. Okay. He's touching the beard. Never touch the beard. No. Anyway, fantastic game. More action, of course. We still have the winners bracket final, which is going to be the last game of the evening. Super excited for that. Epsilon, who have been just causing so many upsets here at Season 3 finals. Can they add one more? I mean, ISO take them to a Game 6. Can Epsilon do?
I know. I think
it sounds crazy, right?
After they won the first game, after they took out the Nile, I said to you, Dark Horse, they're getting top 4. Just kind of. I mean, more goofing around a little bit, but they looked really strong. Now,
you're right.
Already in the top 4, already in the winners bracket final. Unbelievable stuff so far to them.
Can they do it?
Yes.
What percentage? Before you said ISO was like a 33% chance that maybe they upset OG.
All right, can they? Yes. Will they? No.
But what percent?
60-40 Optic Gaming.
Wow,
I'm feeling that good about Epsilon right now. Dude, they've rolled through 3 top 5 teams. They made FaZe. I mean, they beat FaZe pretty handily, man. I think they can absolutely do it.
Fair enough. As we said, that's going to be the winners bracket final, but we still have one more game, which is currently getting ready on the main stage for you guys at home. For now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, though, the action continues live from Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MLG Pro League Season 3 Championship coverage from the MLG.TV arena in Columbus, Ohio. Courage, joined by Crim6. He just won another winner's bracket match that's going to guarantee you a top 3 placing here at the MLG Pro League Season 3 Championships. How you feeling right now after that 6-game set?
Honestly, I thought we played all right. We didn't really play good. We didn't really play bad. Our respawn, our hard point was extremely, we demolished them. And then the S&D, Dito just took over with the sniper, and maybe I think Silly sniped the Biolab S&D, but other than that, when their sniper's on point, there's not much you can do. So I don't really think we played S&D that wrong. It was just wherever we peaked, we got sniped, so.
All right, well, obviously losing the 2 S&Ds in that one, a little bit tough. What's one thing you really want to improve upon in that game mode heading into, well, the winner's bracket final after this next matchup on the main stage?
Honestly, just shut down their sniper in the beginning rounds and make sure he's not, quote-unquote, feeling himself with the snipers. So, if we do that, then I think we're good.
All right, well, obviously, you guys are going to go up against Epsilon in that winner's bracket final. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that is tonight, right after FaZe versus Denial play their loser's bracket matchup. You just said you didn't get to watch too much of them going into this. How are you feeling going up against that squad? Does it surprise you that you're going to be facing them for this possible championship spot?
Obviously, I'm surprised. I thought FaZe, we assumed we were going to play FaZe in both the winners finals and the grand finals, no matter what. And so I'm a little bit surprised, but honestly, Epsilon's a really good team. They're a really annoying team to play against, and I think that, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a spam fest, and I think we're going to win.
All right, now I got to ask you, that Parliament uplink, in the final moments, Silly missed the dunk not once, but twice, falling just short on that last one. What was your thought process going on there? Did you just assume that one was in? What did you guys got to talk about in the booth?
Well, I was in the middle of the boat, and I just assumed that they got it, so I was going for the spawn kill, and I think I killed like 2 or 3 of them, and basically it set it up to get more points on the board. But, he just missed the dunk, and it ended up, working out for us, so.
All right, well, one final question for you. FaZe versus Denial about to happen on the main stage. Obviously, a lot of history against both of these teams. Who do you think is going to take it? Who would you rather face in a potential championship matchup?
As always, I have to say I don't really care. I think FaZe is going to win, though. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really seen much of them play. That's how I play tournaments. I don't really care about other teams. I just, focus on our team, and that's it.
All right, well, the winningest Call of Duty player on land, Crim6, continuing to show why he's one of the best in the game. Do not go anywhere. We have more matches for you all. Optic Gaming plays a little bit later on for that winner's bracket final. But up next, FaZe versus Denial in an elimination game.